Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Rise of Mordor action for you today, and we have a historical scenario for you. That is the Battle Under the Hill. Sorry, not Battle of something, it's Battle Under the Hill. So here we go, we have Woodland Realm here facing Mordor and Dol Guldur in history, but strangely we have Isengard and Dol Guldur instead. So a little ahistorical for you today, but this was a replay sent to me by the Rise of Mordor team. They said, asked me to go and cover it and have a look at it. It's a really fun one. It's one that they did on their Discord. It's a really good replay, and it's going to be I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. If you do remember, leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. But a little about the Battle Under the Hills. This battle was taking part at the same time in a conflict called the War of the North, which is between the elves, the dwarves, Dale, and various other people against Dol Guldur, a bit of Mordor, Rune, that were getting involved as well. So it's a massive conflict sort of thing, as we have an ambush going on over here. So I think there's some cavalry, some charging. Yeah, we have an Elven King. Oh my gosh, yeah, Elven King going way in. We have some Dunland horse raiders. There you go. But yeah, this was in 1319, so this was going on at the same sort of time as Minas Tirith and stuff like that. And there you go, the Elven King going flying on in right now. We have these White Stormers. Not a bad target, but it's a general. I mean, didn't get a great charge. And you can see Javis just flying on into this Elven King, and Javis and archers and stuff being very dangerous and powerful now. Oh, and he stopped just short of the cav. He just needed to go in, pin them down. Such a big waste of an Elven King. I do not recommend just throwing in your Elven King this early. Should have been. Certainly with the numbers, they do not want to be throwing away units like this to the elves. I mean, there's 3,000 against about 8,000. It's 3,500 about against about 8,500. So it's going to be a nasty fight. But as you can see, the elves are going to take the offensive here. They're actually going to be very aggressive. Probably have to be with their numbers. And there they go, flying on him. That's going to be a nasty fight as they just go on along this line. Look at this massive line going in on here. It's awesome, it really does. It will obviously be a little bit hard to see what's going on. What's going on? I do apologize. I've done this replay several times now, and that seems to happen every single time I zoom in, or this that part of the battle. I do apologize. Don't know what's wrong with the replay there, but we are back anyway, and you can see artillery firing on into these Lasgarden blades here. In history, this was a victory for the elves. Thranduil took his people to victory over Khamul, who was potentially there. Khamul, one of the 9 against who was leading Dol Guldur at the time. But yeah, strangely we have the Uruks of Isengard here, even though they're dead at this point. I'm pretty sure they're leading the way. Going to be going in. I will do a lot of slow-mo and zooming, showing the strategic battle with maps, so you have an idea of what's going on under the trees. But obviously it's kind of hard to get an idea. If I sort of zoom out now, you have no idea what's going on. It's just a load of tiles really, nothing. But you can see there's Dunland horse raiders in behind actually. These guys have somehow snuck in behind, and they're about to rear charge onto these Tall Guardians here. So a really good thing, a really good unit to go after. Dunland horse. Oh my god, look at that. The unit get vaporized though. Really nice. We actually have another Elven King that's gone all the way out here for some reason. I'm not quite sure what it was planning on doing there. Sense the Eye though may be able to go and just take it out. I mean, with the support of maybe shock infantry, they'll have a really good easy time there. But you can see there's a massive line going on across here. I can see Lasgarden Blades losing. What are they losing to? Berserkers. Oh dear, that's not a good matchup. We've got some Guldur Blades in here holding against some Lasgarden spears. Got the Hall Guardians in here as well in like a phalanx formation. That's kind of really cool. I like that. Fighting for their homeland. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor at the moment and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support as always. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in some Rise of Mordor action, you can join my Discord, or you can join the Rise of Mordor one. I'll leave both in the description, and you can take your pick of where you'd like to do your fighting. We both do a lot of Rise of Mordor action as these poor elves get cut down at the moment by the berserkers. This is really poor. Really sad to see. Let's just do a little bit of slow-mo. Or you can see some Urukai pikes breaking over here. I think that was down to Elven King. Yeah, we actually have an Elven King in the rear lines here. He's breaking a lot of stuff. Lots of Urukai infantry being broken. That's good to see this happening. And, I mean, the Elves are going to need it. Put it like that. They do not have the numbers. They don't even have, like, any sort of response to a lot of stuff. They've got artillery out here to the Isengard, which I think is a bit unfair. Just bombarding these poor Elves. But yeah, a lot of Elves actually losing their combat. If I just zoom in and we can find it. Yeah, lots of them losing here. Like the Wyand Stormers as well. I thought it would have been a fairly even combat, but maybe not. If we just quickly go to the strategic map, you can sort of see what's going on. We actually have some like units of Urukai Raiders like way out here. I guess they're waiting for the chance to go in. We have the like the Elven King here. He's in combat right now. He's actually losing to the Summons to the Eye, and as you can see, the line of the Elves it's looking thin. Literally, if you break through one of these units, you're in business. And it looks like these Urukai infantry are actually through. There's a bit of a gap here in the line by the looks of it because Berserkers have just got through as well. So yeah, a lot going on. Put it like that. A lot going on right now. We'll just go back to normal speed. But yeah, it'd be nice to see if they can make their own like custom map for for this scenario. If they can make like a battle under the trees sort of map. I know it doesn't have to be much. It just has to be like a very well like forested map. Maybe with some elven like buildings or something on it. I don't know exactly where this is for, but I'm guessing somewhere in like Thranduil's realm. Maybe it's fought on like the actual like in his actual like sort of like citadel. I don't really know. I don't really know much about like the war in the north. I just know there's like a couple of major battles, including this one. These Hall Guardians are doing very nicely though against these Berserkers. So that'd be really nice to see if they could add that to like a sort of a map. And they are very good at making their maps. It'd be nice to see sort of an elven under the trees sort of map. That'd be very cool. This is actually the general. Wyand Stormers in combat. He's not sitting back as this Isengard general. And this is a bad sign over here. I mean, that Elven King's now broken, or he's wavering. That's not a good sign. Actually, we've got some Lords of Lasgarden that were winning in combat here. They just beat like a load of Goldog glaives or blades. But I mean, this is not a good sign that these archers are now in combat. They have like lots of ammo left as well. And we have spears losing here. But yeah, you can see if I just go to strategic again, this like army is slowly getting like, I don't know, like it's on a right angle right now. But if one unit breaks, then they're in behind. Or like Dol Guldur, I think this is over here. Yeah, Dol Guldur's here. This is a bad sign. Let's do slow-mo again, get a better idea what's going on. Look at that, poor guy getting speared there through the chest. I mean, he deserves it, he's an orc. Certainly a lot of like handy units that Dol Guldur's got. I mean, certainly they're better on the pitch battle than they are in like a siege. We've got these wraiths here which will fight to the last man. 225 men, because they're undead, they just do. They don't fear death because they're already dead. Makes sense, I guess. They've got like very isolated units out here, like these Lasgarden spears. They're just gonna get like killed off, even though they're killing like these berserkers. They're doing a really good job, and so these Lasgarden swords are out here as well. But like they're now gonna get just picked off by this Wyand Storm, which is a real shame. They need to like the elves need to reform their line almost. It looks like over here though the elves are doing quite a good job. I mean, these Elven Kings actually survived. They seem to be holding their line, even though they're losing in quite a lot of places. They do seem to be like at least holding the line. These like Hall Guardians are really stretched out thin, just trying to maximize the unit, I guess. And the general over here is now in combat as well for Isengard. So it seems like they don't have much in the way of reserves either. They can't really afford to hold back their general. Like it looks awesome. A shame that like I mean they are a bit over there. It's a shame that like with the artillery coming in, like the whole forest isn't setting alight. That'd be really cool. That'd be something that like obviously like Sauron forces would want to do, like burn. Like what they care about most. It's like them with darkness. Fire is like their ally along with darkness. An ally's general is dead. That's not a good sign. Whose general has just died? I think that's this left-hand sided one. It was in Lords of Lasgarden, so it was pinned down in combat earlier. But yeah, that is very much dead. That's a worrying sign. And now look at this mass of infantry. You can just flank on him behind. There's this tiny unit of like Lasgarden spears. It's got to hold the line. And it's not going to do a great job. Brave souls. These men that have like dedicated their entire lives to fighting, and like I guess other stuff as well. Elves probably do other stuff, but they're like immortal. These guys have probably seen so many like centuries, and they're getting cut down like there's nothing. All Guardians here holding the line. I think these guys are in like square formation, which is a handy formation. Maybe not. They may just be being surrounded. So the units are turning. But they used to be able to form square formation. It'd be very handy now. But it looks like they are... well, they're actually combat even. How are they combat even? They're surrounded. We've got cavalry in behind lines here. That's Servants of the Eye. If they could kill that general, that might help against Dol Guldur. But they've got like these Dunland horse raiders here. They're going on in. Look at that. Going to run down these Lords of Lasgarden. I don't think they'll actually break these guys. Lords of Lasgarden are a pretty nasty unit. They actually, didn't kill many of them on the charge there. These Dunland horse raiders are very light. Got to remember that. So they're better going after like archers and just anything that's just not the elves, really. In this battle, they would be good at going up against. But sadly, there's a lot of elves. Over here, though, the elves seem to be still holding the line really nicely. The other two just not having a good time. Look out for the fire going off. That looks nasty. Looks awesome. The smoke. Oh, beautiful. I'm still perplexed as to why we have Isengard, to be honest. I don't know why we don't just have Mordor. Mordor was supposedly there because, well, one of the 9 was there. But yeah, it's not looking good over here now. We'll just quickly go to the strategic. You can see like the left flank is gone. There's a big gap over here. There's actually a general being pinned down here. So the Lords of Lasgarden just getting chopped down. That's a real shame. It's actually wavering already. Oh, that's not good. I presume that's army losses maybe taking effect for that army. Not really sure how many he's got left. There you go. That general's gone. He's just getting cut down in there by a massive swords. Or not swords, cavalry. And look at this. Look at all this hordes of infantry that are now free to move on. It's a horrifying sight. It's a horrifying sight. Thranduil's realm may be lost. But this army over here is picking up a good defense. They're actually not sort of beating like Isengard, but they're holding, certainly. Well, actually, this general's nearly dead. They could maybe rout this Isengard army. Who knows? Those Uruk-hai raiders, which were all the way on that left flank, have looped around. And they're now going into the rear. And they're actually taking out these Lasgarden archers quite effectively. That's a shame, because they were getting a lot of kills, I think. We've now got some Lords of Lasgarden in here. And they're winning decisively. These guys are nasty. They really are. Lords of Lasgarden, do not mess with them. They're not to be messed with. Over here as well, here's like some Lasgarden spears. They're just holding the line. I mean, they're winning. That's a terrifying sight. These spears are just so good. I mean, they're fighting a light melee, so it's no surprise. But yeah, you can see over here, like, Servants of the Eye now in his general, actually. Again, kill a general, you never know. I don't think it's possible. 400 against 3,000. Yeah, I'm going to say the elves have probably lost this one. They needed to kill a lot more. It's a shame. Maybe if you did a 4v3, like 4 elves and 3 evil, that would be better. Because then the elves would have numbers. Then you could do then you could play with Isengard. But otherwise, if it's a 3v3, you've got to bring Mordor, I think, just to even out. Because Mordor's got some good stuff as well. It's got like Guards of the Teeth, Morgul Legion. There's some handy stuff. Like they've got more Servants of the Eye as well. I mean, obviously you need Dol Guldur there as well. Still, don't know why you don't just use 3 Dol Guldur. And there you go, the enemy general dead actually. Whose general just died? I think that's the Wyand Stormer one. Yeah, that's the Wyand Stormer one. This is the left side. So I did think he was going to die at some point, and those Hall Guardians are just racking up kills. They just riot with those horse raiders as well. But yeah, there is very little left. And as you can see, like the armies of Dol Guldur and the other Isengard army are just slowly arriving. And there's like, what, 6 units of elves left, maybe? They're not doing so great. I mean, the general down here is doing fine. He is like killing people freely. I expect no less from this Hall Guardian, though. No less. It's an elite unit. I mean, they are not going to withstand like the next assault that arrives, these elves. I mean, look what they've got to face. All of this. They have so little stuff. I mean, it's gonna be a rough job, put it like that. I mean, some spears over here getting surrounded now. Silver chevron units, geez, they did not afford. Yeah, these White Hand Stormers, I think, like got so many buffs as well. A rough sight. Isolated, cut off, doomed. If Thranduil's realm falls, then I mean, who's left in the north to defend? Like to keep good or keep evil in check? I guess it's the dwarves of Erebor and Dale and Dorwinion. And there you go. The elves did chain out there. Unfortunately, the army losses was just too much for them, and it was a valiant defeat for the Woodland Realms. We'll end the replay and have a quick look at some of the end results. This one was a really fun one to watch, to be fair. It was interesting. Sad to see the Woodland Realm lose, but a nice change, I guess. Isengard and Dol Guldur get some glory. But we'll quickly go over some of the armies. Holy Plague Knight here, who was leading one of the armies. I'm not quite sure which one. His Elven King, I think he may be in the middle army, but because his Elven King got like 13 kills. His Lascal and Blades here getting 112. Which is not too bad. 244 is very good. 224 is even better. His pole arms did okay, nearly getting 100 kills. His archers did quite well, getting 165. Most of them probably were in melee. So yeah, well done to Holy Plague Knight. And then we've got Zahn here playing as another one of the Woodland Realm. His Elven King getting slightly more kills, but not too many more. And then his Lasgal and Blades here getting 145 kills, 143. His Spears getting 130. His Hall Guardian's getting 292. It's really good there. And his Lord's Last Guardian 171. So some not bad kills there. And then we have Sachex, who I know was the right flank because he has his Hall Guardian General. Got 106 kills there with him. Not too bad. His Elven King Rider got 203 kills. Is really good. His Sword's not doing as great as some of the others. 250 though is still not bad. 207 kills with his Spears is very good though. His other Hall Guardian getting 271 kills, and his Archers getting 174 kills is not too bad either. Then we have Smokey playing as Isengard, 115 kills with his General, 119, 135 kills with his Urukai Infantry. His Berserker's not doing like anything amazing, getting 65 kills, and his Cav getting 104, which is actually pretty good for these Dunland Horse Raiders. Then we have Mr. Carmine, who is facing Sachex. He had the artillery, which is interesting. I don't know if he was meant to bring that. His White Hand Stormers, like General, getting 46 kills, which is not great at all. His infantry, some of them getting nearly into the 195, 93. His Berserker's doing a lot better than Smokey's, getting 95 kills. His Pikes, shame that they didn't get more kills, and his Crossbow's got 52 kills. Then we have Anam playing as Dol Guldur. His General getting 167 kills. His Wraith getting 80 kills is not too bad. And then his Guldur Blades getting 92 kills. And his Champions Dol Guldur getting 78. And his other Servants of the Eye getting 216 kills. Very, very nice. But there you go, guys. That was the battle under the trees. If you did enjoy it, then do remember to leave a like. Subscribe if you're around here. Comment to show your support. Don't forget to go and check out the Rise of Mordor Discord. It's linked in the description if you want to get involved in some scenarios. Also, don't forget to join my Discord if you want to send your replays in to myself, or you want to get involved in some Rise of Mordor battles. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.